When it comes to Minecraft survival mode, food is essential, and anybody who has played an ounce of Minecraft is probably very aware of the food options. You can either indulge in the mindless slaughter of thousands of innocent cows, pigs, and sheep, or you can farm some crops like a peaceful cottagecore agronomist. Now, which crop is best isn't exactly a heated debate topic, but I'm about to make it one. I love wheat. I love it so much. I have reached a point where, in every single world I make, I have an excessively large, and not automatic because who knows how to do redstone, wheat farm. I know after this video there are still going to be some Bears beats Battlestar Galactica people in the comments, and in Minecraft videos it's impossible to avoid the blood for the blood god potato enthusiasts, but I hope a large number of you watching still walk away recognizing the superiority of wheat and all its variations. You can find this stuff everywhere. You're walking around in a world, minding your own business, and suddenly you realize you want food. So what do? You punch the gosh darn grass and get seeds, and bada bing bada boom, you got yourself some wheat. In all serious though, wheat is incredibly easy to find. It, or its seeds, or its main product, bread, can be found in dungeons, igloos, pillager outposts, mine shafts, shipwrecks, the stronghold, underwater ruins, villages, and woodland mansions. Oh, and also the floor, obviously. There's a reason you can skip to any point in a Minecraft speedrun and see the mouth-watering beauty of a loaf of bread occupying, blessing, an inventory slot. In any village you can find hay bales and then get an excessive amount of bread in very little time. No other crop is this common. No other crop can be found by going basically anywhere. Wheat is simply superior. As somebody who appreciates my dead memes, I can say with full certainty that I love bread. Bread heals 5 hunger, which is sadly one of wheat's weaknesses. Since every bread is equal to 3 wheat, if you compare it to the amount of hunger that other crops heal, with that same ratio, bread is sadly outmatched. Well, we get cake and cookies, so do I look like I care? You can't see me. Also, 2 wheat plus 1 cocoa beans is equal to 8 gosh darn cookies. 8 gosh darn cookies! That is a ridiculous amount of cookies! The amount of power you hold with just 2 wheat with the addition of some beans is absolutely mental. You can heal 16 hunger, which certainly makes no sense in comparison to the whole bread situation, but since when is crafting in Minecraft made sense? Which makes even less sense is that cake heals even less than that, with a total of 14 hunger being healed, which is still a pretty gosh darn stupendous amount. At this point you're thinking to yourself, yeah, this is all fine and good, Leona, but why go for wheat when on the official Minecraft wiki, bread is entirely outmatched by golden carrots, and 2 of your favorite variations are entirely outmatched by basically everything? At first point, I would first tell you, shut up, why would you ever doubt me? Then I would applaud you for using the wiki because I hecking love that website, oh my goodness. First of all, this only shows what 1 bite of cake and 1 cookie can do, but cookies are always crafted in bunches of 8, so in the end, it'll end up being way more hunger healed. And the same goes for cake because each one has 7 bites. No other food heals this much hunger, not even the ones in the supernatural category. Second of all, even if those values were accurate, I would still say the aforementioned foods are better, mainly because of how accessible they are. It takes a lot more work to find a village, get carrots, go mining, and find gold than it takes to mine the floor and grow some wheat. Or just to look in any sort of structure, in any sort of place, and grab wheat for bread. Guess what? Wheat is also useful for mobs, Pog! Wheat can be used to breed cows, sheep, goats, and mushrooms, and of course, its seeds can be used for breeding chickens. Milk and eggs and mushrooms are all used in a number of recipes for other food, which means that those foods are actually partially dependent on wheat, and in a way could almost be viewed as a degree separated from the crafting recipes. You could even take it a step further and say that wheat and its seeds and everything are used in compost bins, which can be used for bone meal to help grow every other crop and trees and apples and wood, which is needed to win the game, which means that in a way, wheat can be used in the process of winning a game as a tool for expedition. But then we start to get too broad and it starts applying to other crops, which isn't at all helpful to what I'm trying to prove here, but I still found that interesting, so I thought I would share it. Or you could take it one step further and say that wheat regularly saves the lives of players by negating most fall damage with hay bales, and so the player could have more things essential to gameplay because of the fact that they didn't lose them in death, but this isn't specific to wheat because you could still technically clutch with berries, unless you're in the nether, bada bing, bada boom. And yeah, of course you can still clutch with scaffolding in the nether, but the problem with scaffolding is that you need bamboo to make it. Who has time to find bamboo? Just go to the ground, get some little grass things, mine it, and bada bing, bada boom, you can have some wheat, and bada bing, bada boom, you can have a clutch in the nether, saving the player's life. Whoa. And you could take it one step further and say that the experience gained from breeding mobs with wheat could have been used to enchant weapons, and since you can breed a large category of mobs and wheat is the most common, it's the best for breeding, meaning that most of your animal breeding XP is from it, which could be essential in enchanting weapons that are eventually used to kill the dragon. But that's a little bit of a stretch, and most likely the majority of your XP is from other places. But if you think about it, by taking one step further, if you were trying to make an experience farm based around animal breeding and killing, then one based around wheat will likely have the most variations in the benefits and will likely have the largest surplus of materials for it. But if we took it one step further, the ultimate point here is that wheat can contribute to many different aspects of the game if you wanted to, making it a very versatile crop. This final bit is entirely rooted in my appearance, but I do have eyes, which gives me the capability to recognize what looks good, and I can say with full certainty that wheat looks beautiful. Let's look at this simply. When it comes to colors, there's no denying that a little contrast is a good thing, and sadly when you look at carrot and beet tops next to grass, you see a disappointing green to green. However, when you look at wheat, you see a wonderful tan yellow that complements the shade of grass, yet is simultaneously different enough that it doesn't clash. It truly is a work of art. Another artistic trait of wheat is its shape. You look at chonky, disgusting melons and pumpkins ruining the beautiful shape of farmland with their unnatural protrusion, and then you see the graceful build of wheat towering up to round at the top as the perfect end to a golden stalk of elegance. The shape is natural and does not conform to any sort of repetition as other crops do, instead being organic as a crop should be. Its beauty is unmatched, its uses are unparalleled, and no matter where you go, it's always near. Wheat is the best crop.